Hello there, everyone. Alex here with Lucksack Games, here for round 3 of the Legacy Challenge. Shout out to my Lucksack Legion, everyone following me on Twitter, following me on Twitch, and subscribe to me on YouTube. Hit those like buttons to help support the content. Hey, we won a die roll. Maybe we'll win a game, too. This is a turn 1 chalice for 1. I think we keep this. I think we keep it because it's a turn 1 chalice for 1. Also, after we chalice for 1, we can crack Urza's Bauble. Take a peek at their hand. See what they're playing with. So, Snow-Covered Island, Lion's Eye Diamond, Urza's Bauble, Mox Opal, Chalice of the Void, X equals 1. Looks like that resolves. And we can Urza's Bauble now, because we might draw in, let's see. Wooded Foothills. Alright, almost certainly against lands, which is a little unfortunate, because that means this Chalice isn't going to do very much. Luckily, we will have this Emery to draw us a bunch of cards, assuming it doesn't get P-fired immediately. See if we can dodge immediate P-firing. Okay. Never mind, it's elves. Never mind, it's elves. Okay, so I probably would have played the word Foothills out if I was the opponent and got a little more info. By conceding there, I'm almost certain they're an elves deck. Is there anything we want to change if they're elves? Finally, Chalice proves to be good. I guess it was pretty good against Storm. We just needed a way to kill them a little faster. Yeah, I think against green decks, even elves, we just hit submit. Maybe we want Walking Ballista, maybe, but by leaving it in our sideboard, we kind of have 4 of them, and by bringing it in, we reduce that to only 1. And realistically, against elves, we have very few cards in our sideboard that matter anyways. So Karn's probably grabbing LED, Walking Ballista, or Worm Coil Engine most of the time. I guess Ensnaring Bridge could be another target. Then again, if they are lands, then it's going to be a little bit difficult. Do we change anything if they are lands? I still don't think so. So, sweet. If you think that we're misboarding, I want to know your feedback. Definitely leave a comment down below and say, hey, you forgot to bring in this, or why is this still in your deck? I'm assuming this is still in my deck because it won us the game. Right? I assume. They're definitely not Belcher with Wooded Foothills. If they had revealed Taiga, I might put them on that. Echo might also not be super amazing against a deck full of elves that they can empty their hand. But I assume that we get so far ahead when we Echo that it doesn't matter. Alright, let's see what the opponent's sideboarding. I imagine there's going to be some amount of hate. Has to be some amount of hate. See what we have here. This is a turn 1 Emery or Chalice of the Void for 1. I think this one's just a mulligan. This one's probably a keep. Let's go ahead and keep this and play a turn 1 Karn. Is this turn 1 Karn plus Emery? No. No. Ooh, okay. Are you Infect? Green Sun Zenith for 0. Sure, go get your Dryad Arbor. Could be elves with Tropical Island, though it makes it much less likely. Alright, Mox Opal. Seat. Petal. Karn. Karn Wish. Yes. Do we just grab LED? I think we just grab LED. Let's go ahead and get it down. And pass turn. Feels like a decent start. Next turn we can play Emery as a blocker for Karn. We likely won't be able to take it down, but that's fine. If we draw a second LED and they don't attack Karn, we still have to play out Emery as a blocker. A little unfortunate. We almost have a turn 2 lattice lock. Cards are shaken up a little bit differently. This had been another Petal or Mox Opal, for example. See, if I had known that, I would have bought him the Karn instead of the Mox Opal. Alright. See, opponent missing their land drop here, that would be pretty ideal. Yep, they have to get in at Karn. That's fine. Karn goes 2. Opponent plays an Ooze. Alright, Ooze is pretty good. Let's see what we draw here. City of Traders. 2, 3, 6. Okay, so we can go Emery trigger. Mill a bunch of cards, including Echo of Aeons. Including Echo of Aeons. Alright. Alright, I'm down for a good Echo. So it's going to be our last turn we can realistically Echo of Aeons with the Skoos in play. So, discard our hand, add blue, blue, blue. Keep as much blue floating as possible. Echo. Okay. Now we draw the Narset, not exactly ideal. Aha, should have tapped the Opal first. Okay. Give our opponent a new hand, which isn't super ideal. What do we want to do here? Ooze isn't going to be that good. Go ahead and view our sideboard here before we minus our card. Could Walking Ballista them off a land. We can get Liquid Metal Coating. We won't be able to start using it until next turn. Maybe that's just fine though. Go ahead and minus here. I'm actually just going to go ahead and grab Worm Coil. Worm Coil seems so hard for them to beat, but we can just grab it again, so let's go ahead and grab this Ballista. Ballista for 1, which unfortunately will grow their Ooze, but I do want to Stone Rain them this turn. Pass the turn. Ballista for 1 also turned on Opal, but I don't think that's relevant. Gonna go ahead and leave the old sideboard up here since we have a Karn in hand. Put it off to the side. Birchlore Rangers. Alright, so they are elves with the tropical island. Spicy. Sure. So ideally we draw LED or Echo and then Narset into the other half, but we'll see. It's a little hard with the skews in play. I think resolving Urza next turn is going to be where we want to be. That's fun. They don't want us to recast the Ballista to be able to shoot down their elves. Seems pretty reasonable to me. So now they have to choose between pumping this one more time now by eating their Dryad Arbor, or just passing with the Forest Step. They could activate their Aquarian Ranger this turn and next turn and have it up, if they wanted to get in for the damage this turn. Elves is kind of a layered deck. It's like an onion. It has layers. So we're right about them being elves, conceding to that Chalice on one. It's a little unfortunate that we didn't wheel into a Chalice since we still had 4 of them in our deck, but that's fine. Alright, opponent is deciding that they'd rather just turn off our Emery rather than alright, running another seat isn't super amazing, but that's fine. Let's float 2 here, play seat. It's fine. I'm going to play Urza this turn. Yep. My logic being is I can also play a Narset this turn if I want. And I think I do want to. So let's go ahead and do that. Keep this one. Blue. Blue. Narset. Let's go ahead and minus here. Mishra's Bauble or Lotus Petal. I guess I could take another Narset as well, but that seems less appealing. I'm going to go ahead and take the Bauble since it's basically Lotus Petal with Urza in play with upside. Let's go ahead and activate Bauble, target them, see what they're going to draw. Okay. To activate this, targeting Mox Opal. Now they have to eat Mox Opal instead of Mishra's Bauble if they want to eat that. Alright, they're going to just let us cast this, which is fine. Keep this one. Cast Emery. Mill over 4 more cards. Keep the untapped one. Take a peek at our graveyard. No Echo Milled, but we did get a second Mishra's Bauble. Nice. Alright, let's pass the turn. Got a 1-4 and a 1-2, which seems pretty decent against a deck full of likely 1-1s. Scary thing is, of course, next turn they can just natural order us. You have a no for us? Do you have a no for us? Two, three. Because I think if they natural order for that Archon that stops us from artifacting, alright, that's whatever. We're going to lose our 4-4. That's fine. That's much less terrifying. I guess we could also lose Opal, but the 4-4 also taps for mana. Sure. Resolves. Yep. Looks like we might get a spin with this Narset unless they go at it with everything. Even then, we still get to spin, right? Yeah. Alright, opponent, cast another elf. So they have 3 more mana, because they haven't played land yet this turn. 2 more. Is this a visionary? Draw a card? Let's go ahead and move this off their battlefield. Storm count is 1. You can do better than that, Elves opponent. I know you can. I don't like that one. I don't like that one. That one makes me the big sad. Alright. Alright. Opponent has no good attacks here. No great attacks, I should say. They have a reasonable attack here. Obviously, we don't block with Urza. Do we block with Emery? I think since Emery is mostly turned off, we're going to go ahead and trade in Emery for an Narset spin. Alright. Well, another Karn Great Creator, huh? All of these have their abilities turned off, but once again, Urza's Bauble with Urza in play helps us cast Karn. It's very flavorful. It's a flavor win. Alright, let's go ahead and play Sea of Snide. Let's go ahead and tap the Mox Opal. All of our lands of note are artifacts, which means they are Stony Silenced. But thanks to this Urza, we can still cast Karn. Now wait for it. This is going to be my favorite part. Remember how they ate our Walking Ballista earlier with the Scavenging Ooze? Guess what we can get back? Now, I don't want to. They have an Oof in play. I'm going to go grab Wormcoil Engine. But it's just something to consider. One Wormcoil Engine, please. I feel the fair creature deck has to have a little bit of a hard time dealing with a Wormcoil Engine. No attacks from Urza, please. Guaranteed Wormcoil Engine seems better than Random Spin as well. Especially while they have an Oof in play. Half our deck is currently blank cards. Lotus Petals. Urza, literally carrying us this game currently. So I wonder if the opponent has like an Elvish Visionary in hand. Yeah. Looks like the opponent has Elvish Visionary and they have to kill this Narset. This might just be just a Skooz swing. Oof's pretty safe too. Alright, so trading off Reclamation Sage. Changed our mind. Alright, that seems fine. That's a surprising one. Ooh, attack with everything. Alright, let's see how these are divided. I assume this is at Karn. A couple, and 2 of the smaller ones? Sure. So we get to take our pick. We get to... They're afraid of Karn. So we get to take our pick as far as what we kill. That seems pretty sweet. Alright, so... I'm going to take away the Quirion Dryad. Or Quirion Ranger. And our Planeswalkers are dead. Alright, opponent. I know you don't have a Bolt. Sure. Glimpse of Nature. I am really glad I killed Ranger now. Glimpse was definitely being shut off by that Narset. So Narset was definitely putting in some work. It's probably Thoughtseize for our Worm Coil Engine? Nope, green. Ooh, they have another one. Alright. Well, we are just going to be yielding through this turn. Let's see how wide the opponent gets to go. Is that all? Alright. That makes a lot more sense. They have one more elf. Alright, they cast 1 mana Divination. Elves, still a powerful deck. Confirmed. Ooh. And they might get to keep going. Do you have another 1 mana elf, opponent? It's 1 mana draw 3. Storm count's now 3. Remember when I was mocking our opponent earlier for having 1 storm count? They're showing us. Yep, what's your 2-drop, opponent? Visionary. Yep. Yep. Our turn. We're going to play a land and cast this Worm Coil Engine. We're going to play a land and this Urza's Bauble and cast this Worm Coil Engine. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can go down to 2 cards in hand. I don't want to die to Craterhoof next turn, so I'm actually going to pivot here and play Karn, grab Ensnaring Bridge. That way I don't die to a Craterhoof. Yep. Go ahead and go grab Ensnaring Bridge. Lowe's Petal this thing out, and pass the turn. Alright, so the opponent can attack with all their 1/1s. For now. We have no desire to get in there. I'm going to go ahead and shrink this down a lot. We're going to keep it in our hand because it's kind of in our back pocket. We should have no effects during our opponent's turn. See if they have an Abrupt Decay or another Reclamation Sage. Is it a Reclamation Sage, opponent? Do you have a Reclamation Sage? Do you have Green Sun Zenith for Reclamation Sage? Beast Whisperer. Alright. Alright. Opponent's in the business of drawing cards. Nettle Sentinel. Yep. Yep. Nettle Sentinel Birchlaw Ranger's not quite as strong as Heritage Druid Nettle Sentinel, but definitely the start for our opponent. We get to watch elves go off. Go elves, opponent. Sylvan Library. Sure. That's card advantage. As of next turn, we get to land a Worm Coil Engine. It's a shame that we don't have in our sideboard. I'm kind of surprised at this, a Ratchet Bomb. Ratchet Bomb would just solve, well, not currently with Oof, but a lot of problems of these 1-drops. But we'd have to answer Oof first. Alright, opponent, what are you attacking with? I also imagine they'll be max drawing with Library every turn. There's no reason they shouldn't, really, as we can't Ballista them out of the game. They have 2 Birchlaw Rangers and only 1 Quirion Ranger, so we're going to go ahead and take out the Quirion. Alright, so our draw was Echo of Aeons. I don't think we want to cast that currently, since we have Ensnaring Bridge in play and such. 4 and 4 means we could play a Mystic Forge if we wanted to. But I think I'm just in the business of casting this Worm Coil Engine currently. Alright, here's our Worm Coil engine. It's big and blockery. Pass the turn. Unfortunately, all our opponent has to do to continue drawing cards is continue controlling Beast Whisperer. And our graveyard is mostly turned off thanks to this ooze. Our opponent's kind of putting us in the mono-green prison lock here, aren't they? That being said, we did win game 1. Game 3 on the play should be a lot better for us. Especially knowing how powerful Chalice will be. Wish we had, what's that magic card? Hibernation? Bounce all green things? Get him. Go take a nap, opponent. Alright, so the opponent maxed Druid Library. We are F6. There's nothing we can currently cast for 3 mana. And we're just going to let our opponent play out their turn. Also, we're currently 3 minutes up on the clock, even though our opponent conceded game 1 without taking a game action. So if this game plays out as long as the third game plays out as long as this one did, we will win on time. Which isn't the best way to win, but I mean, we're 0-3. We got, or 0-2. Oh God, don't let me tell us. I'm not predicting the future. This is not a voiceover. Believe me, it is not a voiceover. Sure. But is going to draw 38,000 cards here. Showing why that Narset was pretty darn good on the board. Yep. Do we echo next turn? I think the answer is no. I think the answer is no. I think the answer is like Karn Wish for Forge. I considered Karn, just uptick, but Karn Wish for Forge I think is better. If we had a Welding Jar on our sideboard, we'd be able to protect against Abrupt Decay. Ah, there's Reclamation Sage. There's Rec Sage. Alright, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Has to be the Ensnaring Bridge, I imagine. Yep. How many of our cards have we burned through? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so. I think if we go to wheel, our opponent's probably going to eat a large portion of our graveyard. Ideally, that would include... Oh, never mind. We are here. Definitely just dead. We are definitely just dead. Craterhoof. Good magic. Alright. I don't think there's anything we want to change. Deck's great. Run it back. Sounds good. Let's not get oofed and let's dunk our opponent. What have you game 3, opponent? What have you game 3? It appears that opponent is changing their configuration on the draw. Or sorry, on the play versus the draw. Damn it, it was the draw. Went to correct myself when I wasn't even wrong. Look at me actualing myself. So for all of you there that have tuned in for this round 3, you should definitely check out the rounds 1 and 2 videos as well. But also definitely leave me a follow on Twitch, a sub on YouTube. Both of those things cost you absolutely nothing and support me immensely. Thank you so much. I appreciated it. Alright, let's go to our next game. Would we like to play first? We would. We'd also like a really broken hand, please. This plays a Chalice of the Void on 1. On 1. Keep. Keep. And after we play it, we can crack the bauble, since we'll have enough mana that we can Chalice on 1. So now we have 3 artifacts. We can Urza's Bauble, target our opponent. What's a random card in your hand, opponent? Green Sun Zenith. Well, that one you can cast for 2, but not for 1. Alright, your turn, opponent. Land, please. Thank you. Thank you. That land will cast this Narset for us. And hopefully allow us to cast this Urza. That would be pretty ideal. Natural Dried Arbor? Sure. Sure. That is not one that they Green Sun Zenith. That's a Lotus Petal. So if I Urza here, 1, 2, 3. I can't Narset. And I can Narset here safely. I'm just gonna go ahead and Narset. We'll Urza next turn. Narset into... We could play a second Chalice of the Void on 1 if we wanted to, but I don't think that's that good. We're actually gonna grab Urza's Bauble here and put it on the board. Look at a random card in your hand, opponent. What else do you have besides your Green Sun Zenith? Verdant Catacombs. Alright. Alright. Let's see if this is Collector Oof on 2. If it is, I might regret not playing Chalice on 2. But knowing that they have Green Sun Zenith means we know that they can go up to 3 anyways. Looks like it is Oof. Ooze. Ooh, Ooze. Okay, sure. We know they have another land. Oh, they had to use that land. Yeah, let's draw a card. Ancient Tomb. That's a good draw. Mishra's Bauble. That's a good draw. Alright, let's start by Narsetting. Choices, choices, choices. I'm gonna go ahead and grab LED. Let's go ahead and play Ancient Tomb and cast this Urza. Trigger, make a giant dude. Cast. Cast. Do we want to play backup Chalice on 1? I think so. I don't think I'll be using it this turn. I won't be using Chalice of the Void this turn. Backup Chalice of the Void on 1. And let's pass the turn with our 8/8 in play. A little unfortunate that we knowingly had to put an Echo of Aeons in the bottom, but yeah, that's fun. I hate to shuffle with this Urza in just a minute. Alright, opponent, was your plan to get to 3 mana and Reclamation Stage our Chalice? Because now we've got 2. 2 Chalice. Ghost Chalicerinos. Our Emeries aren't very good here because of the Scavenging Ooze, but luckily we've managed to avoid drawing them. Alright, is this Natural Order? 4 mana. Paying cost, that looks like it is. Green Sun Zenith for 3. Well, that's for a Reclamation Stage, almost certainly. Sure, opponent. Choose your target. Yep, probably our 8/8. Probably our 8/8. Yep. There's no reason not to float. I don't think there's any reason we will use it, but I guess we go for a spin. Yeah. I think a spin's better than a draw, especially since we get to cast it, so let's do it. Who knows, we might hit even another Urza. Just an island. Sure. Alright. 1 Echo of Aeons to empty our opponent's hand, please. That is a Seed of the Synoid. Alright, let's go ahead and start by generating 5 mana. And taking a spin. What's our top card this time? Echo of Aeons! Echo of Aeons! I think I will play the land first, and I'm going to go ahead and cast that Echo of Aeons. Let's go. You can go to 1 card, opponent. You're allowed to keep 1. You don't know what that 1 card's going to be, but neither do I. Ooh, another Echo of Aeons. Alright, we can put our opponent to 0 cards now. We can now put our opponent down to 0 cards in hand. Alright. Is this what doing it feels like? Is this it? Are we doing it? This feels like it. Alright, well, let's keep going. Go ahead and mill over 4 cards here. Sure, whatever. I don't think we want to play out another Urza. We already have one, and we don't need the construct. And we're about to echo again, so sure. I am going to go ahead and sack the LED, as opposed to tapping it. And let's echo a second time. You'll go to 0 cards in hand now, opponent. Alright, let's go ahead and cast another Urza's Bauble. Another Mox Opal. Choose to keep this one. Lotus Petal. And let's go for a spin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spin. What do we hit? Echo of Aeons again? Really? Really? I don't mind. Sure, sure. Let's see. They blew up one of our... They didn't blow up our Chalice. They blew up our Construct last time. Do we want Chalice on 2? I don't think so. Alright, let's just go ahead and cast another Echo. Draw a bunch more cards. Storm count 10. Ooh, Mishra's Bauble. Sure. Sure. Alright, let's go ahead and tap this. 1, 2, 3. Play this. Tap this. Play out a Karn Great Creator. Alright, Karn Great Creator, what are you gonna go grab? Yes. It's either Liquid Metal Coating. Ooh, Walking Ballista? Is it Walking Ballista? I don't think so. I think it's just gonna be Liquid Metal Coating. It could also be Lattice, but we can't use that till next turn. Yeah, let's just go ahead and grab Liquid Metal Coating. Our opponent's at no cards in hand, so cast Liquid Metal Coating and pass turn. No attacks. So during your upkeep, turn off your Gaia's Cradle. Alright, next turn we'll cast this Urza and continue going to town. This was fun. Do you see how many permanents we have in play? That was a lot of permanents. Alright, opponent. You have 1 card and a dream. What's your dream? What's your dream? I think I actually just wish for Walking Ballista and just clear out their field. And then stun their Bayou. Sure. Also fine. No attacks, all attacks, 2 attacks. Any of these are fine by me. All of them at Karn? Yeah, that's fine. Here and here, please. Karn goes to 1. So Karn will not be wishing for Ballista next turn. But it will be Stone Raining them, so that's pretty good. Trigger Chalice. Ah, they just ate something? Sure. We still have Echo in the graveyard, so that's kind of an interesting choice, but, you know, whatever. Alright, let's go ahead and take this Gaia's Cradle off of the table. Sure, you have 1 floating, you can... Ah, they can eat again. Sure, that's fine. We really didn't plan on echoing anyways. This off the table. A seat. Alright, opponent's just going to see the writing on the wall and consider that a win. It was, because we were going to play double Urza and just have enough power to be lethal. And then probably spin a few times, but well played, opponent. Well played. Beating Elves here at Lucksack Games. Alex here, telling you to have an awesome day, reminding you to subscribe, please. It costs nothing and supports the channel immensely. Thank you so much for tuning in. If there's a deck that you want to see played, please leave a comment down below. Alex here with Lucksack Games, reminding you to have an awesome day.